position. Well done, that was a good spell. So you can see how we're working the entire lower body, from parallel to lateral positions, and now ultimately the circle glide, where we start to work the core more effectively. Now we've got small range of motion to start with, so feet are about shoulder width apart, and we're going from a right leg to a left leg lead. And you notice I'm trying to keep my core to the front, to keep the core strong. Everything moves around that strong core. Okay, firm grip as well, so your shoulders and the stability in your shoulders is improving. Okay, keep the tempo up, but controlled movements. Last 5. Okay, last 2, 1, and then into a large range of motion. So really push your feet to the edge of the rail, so your center of gravity is lowered, and your legs are working that little bit harder. Remember your tempo though, keep it up, but don't compromise your form. So the core's to the front. We're working these oblique muscles maximally now with this circle glide. Really push out. Core to the front, last 5. 3. And 2, nearly there. And 1. Now to the lateral glide transition. Now the next one coming up, the dual rotation, is going to work every element of your core, your legs, especially those inner and outer thighs, in one movement. So what you're going to do, you're going to lead with the right and you push out, round, in, turn, out, round, in, turn. So see what I mean? You're working the quads, the hamstrings, the inner thigh, the outer thigh, the glutes, the obliques. It's all working, keep it going. Should feel the benefits of this one already. Okay, it's smooth and it's controlled. Last 3 on this side. We're going to move into a left leg lead. Here we go, so lead with the left leg and round, out, round, in and turn, out, round, in and turn. I'm feeling my upper body too, as well as my core and my legs. Really feel the smoothness of the machine as well. So make the most of that to build up the tempo and maximize this last major exercise. Okay, keep it going, last 5. Really push out wide, draw in. Last 2. And back to the lateral glide transition, now we're working. Whew. 16 repetitions of this lateral glide transition before we finished our first set. Okay, so last 5 repetitions, we're nearly done. You're doing well, great job. Okay, let's stay with the lateral glide at an easy pace. And now listen carefully as I tell you how to progress your calorie burn workout properly. If you're a beginner, your calorie burn workout is complete with this 10-minute segment. If you're an intermediate level, repeat this calorie burn segment again for a total of 20 minutes. Advanced level, repeat this calorie burn segment twice more for a total of 30 minutes of amazing conditioning. You can perform these segments on your own, or you can follow along with me by clicking the back chapter button on your DVD player. When you've completed your calorie burn workout, stop the movement of the foot platforms in the center position and step carefully off to the floor. Continue to cool down for 5 minutes with easy aerobic movement. You can march in place or use any other low impact movement at an easy pace to slowly bring down your heart rate. When you're finished cooling down, get a quick drink of water and you can move on to the circle glide toning workout. If you're a beginner, stop at 8 to 10 repetitions and rest for a few seconds. As you progress to intermediate and advanced levels, you can keep adding reps until you can do the full set of 15. Now step carefully back onto the foot platforms, center your feet, firmly grip the handlebars and let's get ready to start our toning workout. We're going to start with the lateral glide. So we're going to push very slowly and controlled to the edge of the rail. And we're always going to pause for 1 to 2 seconds at the end of that movement in order to create an isometric contraction where the muscles are not lengthening or shortening, but they're working or contracting in a fixed position. So just push out there before slowly coming back to the centre. So right to the edge of the movement and then draw in. So controlled out and controlled in. We're slowing these movements down to get maximal muscle contraction. Okay, last 2 repetitions before we move in to our plie glide. So toes out, and we're going to lower the centre and return to the middle. Again, pushing out for the isometric contraction at the end point of the movement. Now create as much depth as you can, so lower your centre, lower your core towards the floor, so we get even greater inner thigh and quadricep recruitment. Slower the movement, the more you resist the bands, the more difficult and more effective this workout becomes. Last 5. Really think about the muscles you're using, those adductor muscles, those inner thigh muscles. For the last 3, 2, 1, and back to the centre. And now into the parallel lunge. So we're going to lunge with the right leg and then the left. Alternating sides, slowly, getting maximal depth, so bend that leading leg, keeping the back leg straight. Right to the edge of the glide, edge of the rail, hold and draw back. Keep it smooth, but keep the control, especially around your core. So you should now feel the quadriceps of the leading leg and the glute inside of your bottom on the reverse leg. Okay, so control is key to maximise the toning benefits and to tone up your lower body effectively. Let's increase the depth a little bit more. So we're going to lower our core closer to the floor with each lunge. Nearly there. Keep breathing, last 4 repetitions. Okay, that's 2 to go. Toes slightly out again to take the pressure off your calf muscles. Okay, and into the circle glide. Feet shoulder width apart to start. And we're going to make slow, controlled circles, keeping your core to the front. Firm grip on the handlebars. And you'll feel the muscles working from the inner thigh to the adductors, the outer hip, the glutes, the bottom, the core and the shoulder. So everything's working with this circle glide. And I want you to make the circles larger as you work through the repetitions. So push out to the edge of the rail. So again, we're getting that isometric contraction, that fixed muscle length, contraction through the hips as we circle glide. Okay, feel the oblique muscles working in the core. Really focus on every muscle that's working. Breathe correctly. Last 5. And 4. Right to the edge of the glider, to the edge of the rail. Nearly there, keep it going. 2. And after this last one, we'll move back into the lateral glide. There we go. That's the end of our first set. Again, listen carefully as I tell you how to progress your toning workout properly. If you're a beginner, finish here with 1 set. If you're an intermediate level, repeat this toning routine again for a 2nd set. Advanced level, repeat this a 3rd time for a total of 3 sets. You can perform these segments on your own, or you can follow along with me by clicking the back button on your DVD player. Let's stop the movement of the foot platforms in the centre position and step off the circle glide carefully. I want you to take a few minutes to finish your workout with a cool down and some stretching. Cool down, just as you did earlier, for 5 to 10 minutes with easy aerobic movement. You can march in place or use any other low impact movement at an easy pace to slowly bring down your heart rate. When you're finished cooling down, you can refer to your owner's manual for a complete list of recommended stretches. That's it, you did a great job. You'll find yourself getting stronger and have more endurance when you stick with this program on a regular schedule. Remember, the Circle Glide workout should be just one part of your balanced fitness program of aerobic activity, healthy diet, muscle strength and toning, and stretching. Thanks for doing the workout with me today. I'll see you next time. Hi, I'm Caroline Pierce. Welcome to the Circle Glide Advanced workout. After you've mastered all of the exercises in the basic Circle Glide workout, you can progress to the following advanced series of exercises that use the glide grips to help tone your upper body and core. Do not perform these exercises until you're at an advanced fitness level and have mastered all the basic Circle Glide exercises. You can add these advanced exercises to the end of your basic Circle Glide workouts or perform them on alternate workout days. If you're performing the advanced Circle Glide workout on alternate workout days, you'll need to follow the warm-up and cool-down segments from the basic Circle Glide routine and owner's manual. Now, before we get started, let's go over a few guidelines that will make your workout safer and more effective. First, make sure you start out slowly and progress sensibly. You don't have to overdo it to get great results. Take breaks whenever you need and gradually work up to doing the whole workout. Always work out at a level that is right for you and modify any movements that aren't appropriate. Realize that some exercises and progressions may not be suitable for you right away. Be patient and perfect the basic movements before moving on to the more advanced variations. Set up your Circle Glide exerciser according to the instructions in your owner's manual. Read all the warning labels and place it on a level surface with plenty of clearance around it. Before you start the advanced workout, you will need to first add the rail stopper to the bottom of the Circle Glide. Second, you'll need to remove the centre handlebar assembly and reattach the foam bumper and safety plug. And lastly, attach the glide grips to the foot platforms. Do all of these steps according to the instructions in your owner's manual. Begin with the light resistance band that came with your glide grips and progress to using the heavier bands that came with your Circle Glide for more challenge. Before you work out, always double check that your resistance bands are securely fastened to the attachment points on both sides of the rail and inspect the resistance bands for unusual wear or damage before each use. When entering or exiting into position for advanced exercises that use the glide grips, slowly place one hand at a time onto the glide grips. Move slowly as the Circle Glide grips do move when you are entering or exiting the machine. To exit, stop the movement in the centre position of the glide grips and exit one hand at a time. Use slow and controlled movements during all exercises. Maintain good posture during all advanced exercises with your hands firmly gripping the glide grips. Keep both hands on the glide grips at all times while exercising. If you get tired or become unstable at any time while on the Circle Glide exerciser, you should immediately stop the movement of the glide grips and move carefully off to the floor. Keep a towel handy to wipe perspiration off the glide grips, because if they become slippery you may lose your grasp or slip, and that could result in injury. Wear comfortable workout clothing that does not restrict your movement. You should always wear flexible athletic shoes to support and protect your feet. Do not perform the Circle Glide Advanced workout with bare feet or with socks or stockings only, as this can cause slippage of the feet on the floor and result in injury. Finally, remember that the Circle Glide exercise